Welcome, everybody, to AOPA's Flight School Business Quick Tips from the Field. So we know that, and as we've been talking about, the flight training, it's an investment of time, it's an investment of effort, and obviously it's like that's can be kind of work, but a really key part of it is probably keeping that aspect of that flying is fun. What is it that you at Rexair do to help ensure that your students are also having fun while they're doing this?
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to us to make sure that we're constantly emphasizing that aspect of fun when it comes to flight training because as you know, the reason that most of us got into flying in the first place is because it is something that's fun. It's something that we enjoy. And you never want to let your flight school have a training program that doesn't emphasize that or that makes flight training start to feel like a grind or work to the student. And so a lot of the emphasis on fun, part of it is just going to come through your culture and a lot of things you do outside of flight training itself. That's something that we really try to emphasize at Rexair. We have a lot of social activities for the students, a lot of potlucks and movie nights and game nights, things that help them to alleviate some of the stresses of what that might come with flight training and to enjoy themselves and become more relaxed and to see things as fun and the experience is fun. But also when it comes to the flight lessons itself, we make sure that our instructors always are conveying the idea that flying is a fun endeavor. And because especially early on in flight training, as you know, there is a real dissymmetry of information between flight instructors and students to the point where, especially in the early days of their flight training, a student is really going to be viewing their training almost through their instructor's eyes and seeing things the way that their instructor is seeing them. And so if an instructor is constantly framing things as being fun and emphasizing that aspect of flying, then that's something that the student is going to pick up on as well. I know, just speaking personally, when I was first doing my private certificate back 15 years ago, one thing that always stuck with me from my flight instructor, who was absolutely fantastic. Shout out to Adama Almond if he's out there. But one thing that he would always do before every lesson, we'd climb in the airplane, we'd get strapped in, and before we would start up even, he would say, "All right, let's go out there and have some fun." And it was something he said every time. And it stuck with me because it had a way of recontextualizing everything. Maybe the previous lesson had been a bit frustrating, or maybe you weren't progressing as much as you would like to be in your journey. But as soon as he would say that, all of a sudden your mind goes back to, oh yeah, this is why we're doing this. This is fun.
That is awesome. That is a great tip.